After Goku and the others teleport to Multiverse 3 thanks to the power of the dragon, of the super spears that inhabit the body of Piccolo, these would be in search of Neon, daughter of the Queen of All from Multiverse 3. They meet a subject named Canon. Canon would take them with her only if one of the Saiyans defeats him. Canon would fight with Gohan. An interesting fight would be about to begin. Vegeta would say, "You heard Kakarot? That guy claimed to be as powerful as the princess here. I don't know how powerful that princess is, but if he is at the level of a destroyer god or an angel, Gohan will have no chance. Do you seriously want Gohan to fight him?" Piccolo would say, "The Saiyans should not be underestimated. That's what you always say, Vegeta. Since the Tournament of Power, Gohan has dedicated himself to serious training. When this last Tournament of Strength took place, and you were not there, Gohan knew he would have to become much stronger, and he did. Though it is not at the level of a destructive god or an angel, he should not be underestimated. Remember that he's also a sage, Vegeta." And he only turns his gaze. Canon says, "Show me your true strength." Gohan says, "Very well, I will give you all in this fight." Gohan uses his mystical form. Gohan says, "I'm ready." Gohan sets out to attack Canon. 3 flashes of power cause the clouds to disperse. Canon says, "Not bad, but with that you will not defeat me." Gohan attacks Canon again. Canon effortlessly dodges all the blows. Gohan says, "What's going on? It seems that he dodged my punches before he threw them." Canon said, "That's all?" Vegeta said, "I told you, Kakarot." Goku says, "Wait, Vegeta, let's observe a little more." Canon hits Gohan hard, doing him great damage. Canon punches Gohan in the face again and again until he has had enough. Piccolo says, "Gohan, get up, don't let it beat you that way." Vegeta says, "Damn, we have to see that Neon anyway. Gohan won't be able to cope with that guy. Gohan is not like us. He was not born to be a warrior." Accepted Gohan, just a simple college student who left for fights. Goku would be somewhat nervous. Gani kept beating Goku. Piccolo would yell at Vegeta, "Shut your mouth, Vegeta." And Vegeta would reply, "What did you say?" Piccolo would say, "Goku, you and I were rivals to the destroying gods or the angels who accompanied him before they were locked in that room of time. Thanks to Mr. Popo, they became immortal. That is why they evolved their power in an absurd way. You don't have to be so conceited. Let Gohan take care of the rest." Vegeta would reply, "Insect, you are not seeing how they beat Gohan. In addition, the only thing that would interest us is to join forces with the one Neon to defeat the other kings of all. I remember what our goal is." Piccolo ignored to Vegeta. Vegeta starts to get angry. He would just keep watching the fight. Canon stops hitting Gohan. Canon says, "This guy has already been defeated. I can feel that you two are much stronger." Canon would say, referring to Goku and Vegeta. Canon would say, "Why did you send this weakling to fight me?" Vegeta would say, "How about fighting with me? It will only be a change. Gohan, you defeated left the fights a long time ago, and that's why he's just a weakling. I promise that I will be a good combat rival." Piccolo laughs and says, "I already told you, don't underestimate a Saiyan. Gohan had not been defeated. Haven't you noticed? His ki is not decreased." Gohan would stand up. Gohan with great wounds with a broken voice would say, "You haven't defeated me." Canon returns to see Gohan. Canon sets out to continue attacking Gohan, hits it, sending it crashing into several mountains. Goku would scream, "Gohan!" Piccolo would say, "Wait, Goku, trust your child." Goku would say, "But Piccolo, at this stage, Gohan will die." Vegeta would say, "That's what I was trying to say at the beginning." Piccolo would say, "Do you want to trample on Gohan's pride? If he said to take care of it, he would, and he will." Goku would nervously watch the fight. Canon would keep beating Gohan over and over again. Canon would say, "Give up once and for all if you don't want to die." Gohan would continue to stand up and say, "I can't do that." Canon would start to get angry, raising he would continue to attack Gohan with much stronger blows. Goku would scream, "Damn, I can't see this anymore!" Goku flies to where Canon is to attack it. This would throw a blow to Canon's face, but that coup was stopped by Gohan. Gohan would say, "What did you do, father? This is my fight. Please let me keep fighting. I promise you I wouldn't be a hindrance. Let me keep fighting." Goku would be very surprised to hear Gohan. Goku would say, "Gohan? I understand you. I'm very sorry to have intervened. I trust you, Gohan. Show Canon what you're capable of." Canon would say, "Huh, so you're a proud warrior, huh?" Gohan would say, "Proud? I just try to keep my word. I said I would defeat you, and I will." Canon would say, "Then do it in one go, and stop receiving my blows as if you were a sandbag." Piccolo would approach Goku. Piccolo would say, "Gohan never stopped training. Trust your child." Goku would reply, "I will trust him. Why do I feel like you're hiding something from me, Piccolo?" Piccolo would just smile and say, "When they locked you in that room of time and warned us about a tournament of force, Gohan and I trained very hard. In a confrontation, Gohan showed me great power, but after he showed it to me, he fainted. In the power tournament, he could not use it. I think this is a good opportunity for Gohan to teach us his true powers." Canon keeps beating Gohan. Gohan can't follow Canon's high speed. Canon kicks Gohan, causing him to bounce off the ground. Canon says, "I must admit that you are very persistent." Gohan would be about to faint. Vegeta would say, "Gohan, remember the promise you made to us. If you're going to lose in that humiliating way, do not promise things you cannot fulfill. Think of your wife and your daughter. If we don't see that Princess Neon, the Earth and the entire multiverse will be in danger, and with it our families. You can't afford to stay there lying down." Gohan would think of his wife, daughter, his mother, and Goten. Gohan would scream, "I'm not going to lose!" Canon would say, "Damn, die at once, and stop getting up." Canon approaches Gohan at high speed, trying to hit him, but Gohan stops the blow with one hand. Gohan would say, "I promise not to be a hindrance. I promised I would defeat you. I can't afford to lose." Suddenly, you begin to feel a tense aura. The clouds would disintegrate almost immediately. Gohan undergoes a transformation. Vegeta would just smile. Piccolo would say, "Vegito, your words were a great help. That's the transformation Goku tells you about." Vegito only ignores Piccolo. Goku would smile. Goku would say, "My son is fantastic. That power far surpasses the power of the blue. It's amazing. How could Gohan get something like that?" "I imagine that you have a lot to see, or I'm wrong, Piccolo." Piccolo would say, "Shut up and watch the combat." Goku would say, "Come on, Gohan, you can do it." Canon would smile. Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo would be surprised. Canon would have used the Ultra Instinct. Vegeta would say, "That guy can use the Ultra Instinct." Canon would say, "You surprised me. You exceeded your limits and managed to use the transformation. But as I said before, my power is similar to Princess Nia. Now that you will have to fight with all your power, I'll do it too. Prepare." Coco would say, "We can't let Gohan fight that guy. It is true that your new transformation is very powerful, but the Ultra Instinct of that guy is much more so." Canon and Gohan would be about to use their maximum powers in combat. Canon would launch a full-speed attack at Gohan, but someone stops him. Vegeta says, "She wouldn't be." And Neon introduces herself and says, "Canon, calm down. What's going on?" Canon would reply, "Princess, oh, what is she doing here?" Neon would look at the situation and say, "I see you have made Canon use its maximum power. I could feel two big presences. I was worried, and that's why I came." Neon notices something weird in Gohan. Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and the Canon itself would be surprised. Canon would say, "He is an admirable warrior. You deserve all my respect." Gohan, even though he has reached a new transformation with new powers, he has already become unconscious. Gohan levitated in the air unconscious. Neon gives Gohan a little push with one finger. He falls to the ground in its base form. Goku says, "Gohan." Neon says, "Canon, I've never seen you so excited. I could even say that you enjoyed this fight." Canon would reply, "This is Princess. At first I thought I was fighting with a weakling, but now that I see this guy push his limits that way, I can only say that it was a great fight, although I have not been defeated." Princess Neon is in front of you. Vegeta says, "So you are Neon." Neon says, "Who's looking for me?" Vegeta replies, "We are from Multiverse 1. All of us who are here come from Universe 7. Neon would be surprised and say, "Hold on, are you telling me that you come from Zeno-sama? How is he? I've missed him very much." Vegeta would say, "That's right. Zeno-sama was the king of everything in Multiverse 1. Neon would say, "What do you mean by was?" Vegeta would say, "Zeno-sama was killed, and everything points to the plans of the king of everything in Multiverse 4. I mean a certain Boria." Neon would be left without saying a single word. Neon would say, "How is that possible?" Vegeta would reply, "It's the truth." Neon would say, "Tell me how they got here and why they were looking for me." Goku would say, "Wake up, Gohan." Piccolo would say, "Apparently this unconscious was serious injuries. We have to let him rest." Neon notaries something rare in Piccolo. Neon would approach Piccolo and say, "Are you the dragon of the super spheres of Multiverse 1? Piccolo would reply, "I'm just a Namekian. My name is Piccolo. I imagine you are Neon of that dragon you refer to apparently manages to inhibit my body's insides." Neon would say, "I see. That explains how they got here. Apparently they're not bad people. I will take you to my hiding place. There I have medicine that will surely help the boy recover faster." Goku says, "Thank you very much. That would be of great help." Canon would say, "You called that Gohan's son. Let me tell you that he's a great warrior." Goku would say, "You are too. Thanks to you, Gohan was able to break his limits again." Canon would say, "I imagine you are as strong as he is. I would like to fight with you and see the kind of warriors that Multiverse 1 has." Neon would say, "Canon, don't even think about it. You're no match for that guy." Canon would say, "What? Why would you say that?" Neon would say, "I can tell. Then accompany me." Goku would say, "Canon, I would like to face you. Apparently you are also a Saiyan like us." Canon would say, "You are Saiyans?" Goku would reply, "That's right. But for the time being, I just won't go on to recover." Canon would say, "Of course, I understand." Neon would say, "Let's get it over with. I want you to explain to me something. What is really going on?" Vegeta would say, "Then let's not waste time and take us to your hideout." Goku and the others disappear. They appear in a large cave. Goku says, "Here you live, Neon?" Neon would say, "Canon, please take that guy and give him his medicine." Canon would say, "It is okay, I will help you." Neon would say, "Hold on, the boy will be fine. Canon is a good doctor. Tell me, what is your name?" "I am Goku," said Goku. Neon would reply, "Who is the other who accompanies him?" Goku would say, "He is Vegeta." Neon would say, before continuing with the questions, "Goku, Vegeta, teach me your true powers. I can feel that you are very powerful, and I want to see how powerful you are."